primary reason. I mean, there's many reasons, but this next story is the primary reason I'm definitely fucking going to hell. So, when my parents were out of town, oddly enough, my little brother was having spinal cord surgery down in Denver, and so they left me alone for 2 weeks over the Thanksgiving holiday of my junior year in high school. And they left me a bunch of money, but I immediately spent it all on weed. So what I had to do was figure out how I could get more money so I could get more weed. So I called my friends up and I'm like, hey guys, I got this idea so we can get a bunch of money and buy weed with it, but you might find it a little bit sketchy. And they were like, well, Mike, all your plans are kind of sketchy, but like, why don't you break it down for me? And I'm like, so I got this super crunk wheelchair in the basement. It's like the one with the individually adjustable legs. Like, I mean, there's a lot of wheelchairs in my basement because my little brother's in a wheelchair. But like, we picked the extra crippled wheelchair with all the adjustments and like the individual leg braces and stuff. And I'm like, so we'll just go door to door in the neighborhood adjacent to mine, and we'll push one of us in the wheelchair and we'll say, we're raising money for the Adaptive Sports Club for Windsor High, which is the town adjacent to mine that is by where I live. And so I made this printout on the computer, and it said like, it had like a clip art of like a wheelchair next to a ping pong table, and it said Windsor High Adaptive Sports Club. And then I made up that like there was this golf course where it was going to take place. It was called Pelican Lakes, and it was like Pelican Lakes on this date in 2 weeks. And I had the sign-up sheet. It was like this grid, and it had one part that said like, dollar amount per mile, and then the other one said like total donation. And I think like the idea was they didn't, like, I was just theorizing that they didn't want us to come back to their house, so they would just give us a total donation. And I was just like, they're like, well, what if someone writes us a check? I'm like, well, we have it, then make it up to this charity that doesn't exist that I just invented, or a nonprofit, and we just throw it away, and then we don't get that money. And they're like, all right, well, that sounds pretty good, Mike, let's do that. And so first, we put me in the wheelchair, but I'm the only one wearing the sweater, and I'm the fast talker and everything. And so like my friend that was pushing me in the wheelchair, like he seemed more handicapped than me because he was so stoned. So he's like doing the talking. He's like, yeah, we're doing a walkathon to make money for like wheelchair ping pong. And no one gave us any fucking money. People were immediately skeptical. They were like, yeah, so you're telling me that you assholes are raising money for wheelchair ping pong at your high school? Sure thing. So I'm like, all right, new plan. You just proved that people don't trust you as the talker. You sit in the chair. So then now I'm pushing the chair, I'm wearing the sweater, and I'm doing the talking. And it was great. The first house we went to, they were just like, oh, sure, that's great, man. And they gave us like, two $10 bills, and they're like, sorry, it's damp, we were ice skating. You guys are doing great, here's your donation. And so like we had them sign the sheet, like how much they donated and everything. And so we kept going around, and like everybody gave us $20. And then we got to where we had $200, and I was just like, we should get the fuck out of here now and just get a half ounce of weed. And so we did. But I remember like this list of all the people who gave us the donations and shit before I burned it in the backyard, because that was our primary evidence. I just labeled the list like people who bought it. And anyway, so that was the walkathon for the Windsor High Adaptive Sports Club. Why I'm going to hell, ladies and gentlemen.